This podcast is brought to you by Ideate and Execute. Do you want to drive innovation in your organization, futurize your enterprise, ideate massively valuable new products, or execute them to market? Then contact us today at ideateandexecute.com and get started. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Think Future podcast. I'm your host, Chris Kalaboukas, and once again, we're coming at you live from deep in the heart of Silicon Valley, California, the innovation capital of the world. We're talking innovation, startups, the future, not necessarily those, and not necessarily in that order. Let's see, what show is it today? It is show 109. And today we're going to talk about some of the favorite animals of Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley's favorite animals. Used to be quite rare. Used to be that you couldn't find these things anywhere. They were extremely rare. You were in the forest, you're walking around, and then maybe around a corner somewhere you saw a bit of a point, maybe a mane, a little bit of haunch. And you say to yourself, what is that? What is that? What is that? What is that over there? I'm talking about unicorns, my friends. Unicorns used to be so rare. That's why they called them unicorns. And what is a unicorn, you ask? Well, if you don't already know, it is $1 billion startup. Apparently, there are so many $1 billion startups now that they're everywhere. And not only are they everywhere, everybody wants one. Because they're so cute, aren't they? I mean, have you seen unicorns? You should check out my blog. I have a post about this yesterday. Unicorns. They're so cute. But I digress. I was at an event the other day. And it was an event on Innovation Outposts, which is basically offices in Silicon Valley that remote companies, so these are companies that are not based in Silicon Valley, who want to breathe the heady vapors of Silicon Valley, want to experience all of the amazing innovation that happens in Silicon Valley. So what they do is they establish an office here. And this gentleman who was running the meetup called them Innovation Outposts, right? So let's say you're, BMW or, Kraft Foods or General Mills or whatever. You're in like the heartland of the States, or you're in Europe, or you're somewhere else in the world. And you keep reading. You keep reading in the news about how all these cool businesses coming out of Silicon Valley, all of this innovation's coming out of Silicon Valley, and you go, I want a piece of that. So what you do is you establish an office here, and either a lab, an innovation lab, or a couple people, or whatever, and you kind of hope that some of those heady vapors that your folks breathe here end up coming back to your company, wherever you happen to be. So that was the event. So there was this guest speaker, and he was talking about Innovation Outposts, and he made a very interesting remark, and I think it was a very off-the-cuff remark, but now I'm finding it extremely interesting because I'm starting to see this everywhere. I'm starting to see this everywhere in the work that I do. And the remark he made was, I guess it's not innovative unless it's $1 billion business, right? And he was talking about innovation within corporations. And basically what he was saying, jokingly, I thought, was that senior executives of major corporations don't feel that an idea generated by your internal people is innovative unless it's $1 billion business. So forget about those little ideas that could make you maybe, 100 million, 200 million, or even $1 million or $2 million. Or improve your output, cut your costs or whatever by a couple million here and there, or maybe a couple $100 million here and there. Forget about those ideas. We don't really care about those ideas. Those are uninteresting to us. What we're interested in is the billion-dollar idea, which, of course, is a unicorn. So I thought to myself, yeah, okay, you're just kidding, man. I mean, it's not really like that, right? We don't really hear senior executives within large corporations kick off their innovation programs with a call for billion-dollar businesses. Now, do we? Are they really that focused on the giant hit, on the home run, on the slam dunk, knock it out of the park? Okay, I'm mixing my sports metaphors here. Are they really that focused on the grand slam? There you go. That they're not looking at the smaller innovations that could really make a difference? And not just profit-wise, but really make a difference culture-wise, really make a difference. I mean, what if you implemented some innovations that sowed the seeds towards that billion-dollar business? They're looking for a single billion-dollar business to come out of that. Yeah, I thought to myself, like I said, you got to be joking, right? You're just kidding, right? I mean, he said it with a smile, so maybe he was joking. And then I've heard about innovation program from company A, and then company B, and then company C, and then company D, and these are all big companies, big enterprises who are now finally starting to see the light and are doing a enterprise-wide, crowdsourced innovation program, the kind of stuff I specialize in, right? And I notice a similarity amongst them, that when the CEO or the CINO, the Chief Innovation Officer, or the CTO steps up and announces the program, they say, help X, which is the name of the company, create its next billion-dollar business. It's true. It's true. So this guy wasn't joking. Senior execs at major corporations launch their innovation programs fully expecting billion-dollar businesses. They want their own unicorns, people, because they're so cute. We got unicorns here in Silicon Valley. We got unicorns in a few other places in the U.S. And now all these giant enterprises, they want their own unicorns too. Because it's not innovation unless it's a billion-dollar business. I mean, isn't that crazy thinking? It's like you can't have a good business. You can't have an okay business. You can't have a business that brings you, say, $100, $200 million a year and say, oh, I'm sorry, that's not a success. I wanted a unicorn. I got a pony and I wanted a unicorn. Well, let me tell you, you got enough ponies, you're good. You don't really need a unicorn. But these guys are looking for unicorns. And I don't know if it could just be being aspirational. They could be saying, you know what? Let's inspire people to give us the next billion-dollar business. But at the same time, doesn't that put people under a lot of pressure to really only knock out the really huge grand slam ideas? I don't know. But I think it's pretty sad because you could be ignoring so much amazing innovation within your organization. You could be ignoring so many cool new products which do all sorts of things. I mean, if you think about it, the outcomes of a crowdsourced innovation program are not just profit. I mean, think about it. Think about how investors might feel about your company if you start coming out with cool new products that don't necessarily make $1 billion, but reposition yourself within the industry, increasing your stock price. Or let's say you're heading in the wrong direction, and investors and analysts and the press are going, oh, this company's dead. It's going downhill. It's not going anywhere. And then all of a sudden you start churning out innovation after innovation, cool new thing, and they start saying, hey, wait, they're back. They're back. But these don't necessarily need to be billion-dollar businesses. They could be small innovations which slowly increase the cred of your company and turn it into something awesome, innovative, and cutting edge. Right? It doesn't have to be $1 billion business to be innovative. So that's my message to you. If you're planning on launching an outsourced or insourced, internal, crowdsourced innovation program, while it might be great to inspire the troops by asking for $1 billion business, I have to say, if you don't make $1 billion businesses, everything is still good. You don't want to undermine people by saying, oh, we'll only accept the $1 billion stuff. No, that's not good enough. That's not good enough. Invest in some of the smaller stuff too. Invest in your inventors. Because maybe the $1 billion idea won't be idea 1, 2, 3, or even 10. It might be idea 11 or 12 or 23. But if you basically give them the message that you're only going to accept $1 billion ideas and only $1 billion ideas are big enough or good enough, then I'll bet you won't get that many after all. Because who knows? I mean, even VCs, look at VCs, okay? They don't know which idea is the $1 billion idea. They have no idea. That's why they fund everything. They take little bets across the board, and if one of them turns out to be a unicorn, great. I mean, you got to take the exact same mindset and apply it to what you're doing internally. Make a lot of little bets on a lot of little ideas, and then maybe one of them may turn into the next $1 billion idea. But don't go into it with that mindset. You think Twitter went into that mindset thinking, oh, we're going to build the next $1 billion business? No. So see what I'm saying? Don't set your expectations too high. Make a lot of little bets on really good, interesting ideas. And then you never know what might turn into something huge. That's it for me for today. See you next time, and until then, don't forget to think future.